and welcome to this edition of Express News. I'm Rukma. In the next 20 minutes, we'll be taking you through the top stories making headlines across India and the world. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch high-throughput COVID-19 testing facilities via video conferencing today. These facilities will ramp up testing capacity in the country and help in strengthening early detection and treatment, thus assisting in controlling spread of the pandemic. 3 high-throughput testing facilities set up strategically at ICMR National Institute of Cancer Prevention and Research, Noida, ICMR National Institute of Research in Reproductive Health, Mumbai, and ICMR National Institute of Cholera and Enteric Diseases, Kolkata, will be able to test over 10,000 samples in a day. These labs will also reduce turnaround time and exposure of lab personnel to infectious clinical materials. Labs are enabled to test diseases other than COVID as well, and post the pandemic will be able to test hepatitis B and C, HIV, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, cytomegalovirus, chlamydia, Neisseria and dengue. Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare and Science and Technology, along with Chief Ministers of Maharashtra, West Bengal and Uttar Pradesh, will be participating in the event. Today is 82nd Central Reserve Police Force Raising Day. CRPF came into existence as Crown Representatives Police on July 27, 1939. Became Central Reserve Police Force on enactment of CRPF Act on December 28, 1949. CRPF has mandate to secure internal security scenario of the country. Besides being peacekeepers of the nation, CRPF has also been playing prominent role in fighting COVID-19 pandemic. Prime Minister Narendra Modi extends greetings to Central Reserve Police Force on 82nd Raising Day today. Prime Minister in tweet says, I quote, CRPF is at the forefront of keeping our nation safe. The courage and professionalism of this force are widely admired. May the CRPF achieve even greater heights in the coming years. Extending greetings on CRPF's Raising Day, Home Minister Amit Shah says CRPF is synonymous with valor, courage and sacrifice. Time and again, CRPF has made the nation proud. Their dedication to serve the society during COVID-19 is unparalleled. First batch of 5 Rafale fighter aircrafts will take off for India today from France. The aircrafts will halt at UAE during night and will reach Ambala on 29th July, the day on which they will be inducted in the Air Force depending on the weather. And first batch of 5 Rafale fighter aircrafts will take off for India today from France. These aircrafts will halt at UAE during night and will reach Ambala on 29 July, the day on which they will be inducted in the IAF depending on the weather. Official induction ceremony of these aircrafts will take place in mid-August. Air Force crew and ground crew have already finished training for the weapon. Indian ambassador to France interacts with Indian pilots of Rafale and congratulates and wishes them safe flight to India with a single hop. Supreme Court allows Rajasthan Assembly Speaker to withdraw appeal against High Court's order asking to defer till July 24 disqualification proceedings against Sachin Pilot and 18 Congress MLAs. Rajasthan Governor Kalraj Mishra returns to Ashok Gehlot-led government cabinet note seeking assembly session and seeks additional information. This is the second time that the governor has returned the proposal and sought clarifications from the state government. Cabinet had sent a revised proposal to the governor for calling the assembly session from July 31st on Saturday, a day after he returned the government's first proposal. Bahujan Samaj Party issues whip to 6 Rajasthan Assembly MLAs who had announced merger with the ruling Congress party last year to vote against the Ashok Gehlot government in any proceedings of the House, including no confidence motion. Signed communication by BSP General Secretary on July 26 says all 6 Rajasthan MLAs elected on the election symbol of BSP issued by its national president Mayawati are bound by party whip to vote against the Congress government in the state. And according to a statement, BSP is also planning to join proceedings in High Court challenging legality of the merger. Ministry of Earth Sciences celebrates Foundation Day in Delhi. Dr. Harshvardhan, Union Minister for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, was chief guest. Ministry of Earth Science is mandated to provide nation with best possible services for weather, climate, ocean, coastal and natural hazards for public safety and socio-economic benefits. In last few months, IMD's accurate prediction of tropical cyclones Amphan and Nisarga and excellent fieldwork by disaster management agencies helped save thousands of precious lives. Ministry of Earth Sciences develops and commissions integrated flood warning system for Mumbai in close coordination with Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai, Government of Maharashtra to aid in mitigation activities of flood-prone city of Mumbai. And Ministry of Earth Sciences installing 6 new water desalination plants in Lakshadweep Islands, each with capacity to produce 1.5 lakh litres of water every day, with help from the Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation and Lakshadweep Administration. In Kerala gold smuggling case, NIA questions former Principal Secretary to Kerala Chief Minister M. Shiv Shankar. In Kochi, NIA has been interrogating former Principal Secretary for his alleged links with Swapna Suresh and others accused in diplomatic baggage gold smuggling case. NIA interrogated Shiv Shankar for about 5 hours in Thiruvananthapuram on Friday. Asked to report to the agency's office in Kochi today, accused Swapna Suresh and Sandeep Nair were sent to judicial custody till 21st August by special NIA court at Cochin. Earlier, the first accused was also sent to judicial custody till 21st August. Minister of Environment, Forests and Climate Change Prakash Javadekar in tweet says India has taken up ambitious program for smart patrolling protocol of tigers called M-Stripes, which has been extended to all 50 tiger reserves. He tweeted saying, in line with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of Digital India, India has taken up an ambitious program for smart patrolling protocol of tigers called M-Stripes, has been extended to all 50 tiger reserves. And M-Stripes' objective is patrolling and surveillance of the tiger. Forest guards and patrolling staff are equipped with mobiles with M-Stripes app to capture data. Environment Minister also shares video explaining the same. RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das interacts with CII National Council members. RBI Governor highlights 5 major dynamic shifts in the country that need to be converted into structural transformations and will lead to sizable benefits for the economy. In his address, RBI Governor says fortune shifting is in favor of Indian economy as both private and public sectors play an important role in developing infrastructure that requires huge investments. Stating that recent agriculture reforms have opened new opportunities, RBI Governor says farm sector is emerging as a bright spot. Highlights India needs policies for sustained increase in farm income. Governor also focuses on concluding free trade agreements with US and other countries and states it is high time for India to make efforts to become a part of global value chains as it can boost per capita income levels of country by more than 1%. Anjikhat Bridge, India's first cable-stayed rail bridge, being constructed with superior technology and engineering excellence. Union Railway Minister Piyush Goyal tweets, Indian Railways is going to build the country's first cable-stayed rail bridge between Katra and Riyasi in Jammu and Kashmir. Cable-stayed railway bridge is part of Udhampur-Srinagar-Baramulla rail link project. Will strengthen railway network in Jammu and Kashmir region and will play a vital role in development of the state. In yet another incident of ceasefire violation, Pak Army initiates unprovoked and indiscriminate firing with small arms and heavy mortar shelling along the LOC in Mankot sector of district Poonch today. Bollywood actor Sonu Sood turned real-life hero once again, this time gifting a tractor to a farmer in remote village in Andhra Pradesh to help him till the land. The actor came up with a gift after coming through a video clip on Twitter wherein a tomato farmer in Madanapalle in Chittoor district was seen ploughing the land with his 2 daughters carrying the yoke on their shoulders. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu hailed the actor for his inspiring efforts. Prabowo Subianto, Defence Minister of Indonesia, holds delegation-level talks with Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh. Prabowo Subianto is on a 3-day visit to India. During the meeting, Subianto and Rajnath Singh discussed bilateral issues, stressing on enhancing defence cooperation between India and Indonesia. Total recoveries from COVID-19 surpassed 9 lakh mark. With this, recovery rate stands at 63.92% in the country. Over 30,000 recoveries reported per day for fourth successive day. Total of 9,17,567 have been cured or discharged so far. According to Health and Family Welfare Ministry, presently total number of active corona cases in the country is 4,85,114. Death toll in India stands at 32,771. Case fatality rate has further declined to 2.28%. India performs more than 5 lakh tests of coronavirus samples in one day. Indian Council of Medical Research says a record 5,15,472 tests of coronavirus samples were conducted by various labs within 24 hours. More than 1,68 lakh tests have been conducted in the country so far. Union government has also advised states to ramp up aggressive testing, tracking and treatment strategy. In the last 24 hours, 5,15,472 samples were tested. Total tests conducted till now stand at 1,68,06,803. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has informed as of today 1,283 beds are vacant in AIIMS, in RML, Safdarjung and LHMC hospitals. 404 COVID beds are vacant. Availability of COVID beds in Delhi has been proof of centre's effective intervention in managing COVID-19 situation in Delhi. Coronavirus has claimed the lives of over 6,52,000 people worldwide. Over 1,64 lakh have contracted the infection so far. Over 1 crore people have recovered worldwide. Over 1 crore have recovered worldwide so far. And United States and Brazil remain worst affected in terms of COVID-19 and fatalities. US has so far recorded over 43,71,000 cases and over 1,49,000 deaths. Brazil crosses 24 lakh mark, records over 24,19,000 infections and over 87,000 deaths. US and Brazil followed by UK with over 45,000 fatalities, further followed by Mexico and Italy. United States remains worst affected nation from COVID-19. US records more than 1,000 deaths from COVID-19 for the 5th day in a row on Saturday. More than 50,000 new cases were in the last 24 hours. Florida surpasses New York over weekend as state with second most coronavirus cases in the US. More than 9,300 new cases reported in Florida on Sunday, accompanied by an additional 78 new deaths. Spain negotiating with UK to exclude the Balearic Islands and the Canary Islands from a 14-day quarantine after it mandated a 14-day quarantine for all travellers returning from Spain. Spain has seen a spike in COVID-19 cases in the last few weeks, with most cases concentrated in northeastern Catalonia and its neighbouring regions. And Spain has more than 3,19,500 total cases of infection and 28,432 fatalities. Britons make up the largest group of foreign visitors by nationality. As pilgrims arrive for Hajj amid the COVID-19 pandemic, Saudi Arabian authorities ordered a deep clean of Islam's holiest site in Mecca to minimize the risk of spread of the virus. Pilgrims from across the world have been barred for Hajj. This is the first time in modern era when pilgrims from Saudi Arabia only, and that to 70% of whom are foreign residents in the kingdom, can go for the pilgrimage. So far, the virus has claimed more than 2,730 lives in the country, while the number of cases exceeds 2,66,940. Anthony Hernandez, a child in Ecuador, seen donning his pet with a face mask before wearing his own. Video has gone viral in Latin America. Social media community commending the boy and his dog for setting a good example amid the pandemic. Number of cases in Ecuador are more than 80,690. The death toll stands around 5,515. cafe in Mexico City using giant teddy bears to encourage customers to maintain social distancing. Located in the capital's district, Jeso Bakery is placing the bears on seats at its outdoor tables to keep its diners at a safe distance from each other. Mexico reports over 385,000 corona cases with over 43,000 deaths. India-Israel partnership is currently focused on combating the COVID-19 challenge, and even as it does, the larger agenda of cooperation continues to move forward. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar on Sunday made the comments in a tweet after speaking to his Israeli counterpart, Gabi Ashkenazi. On Friday, Israeli embassy in India says Tel Aviv has decided to send India this week a team of scientists working to develop a rapid testing kit for coronavirus. Israeli team will work in All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Delhi. According to statement by the embassy, testing of the first phase was already done in Israel and last stage will now be carried out in India for testing kit, which can give results within 30 seconds. External Affairs Minister speaks to Canada Foreign Minister, underscores working together with Canada on global challenges. Two leaders also discuss COVID-related cooperation. A day after roaring ashore as a hurricane, Hannah lashed Texas Gulf Coast with high winds. Drenching rains that destroyed boats, flooded streets and knocked out power across the region. Powerful winds smacked down at least 3 18-wheeler trucks and a recreational vehicle. Downgraded to tropical storm, Hannah passes over US-Mexico border with winds near 85 kilometers per hour and unloads more than 12 inches of rain on parts of South Texas and northeastern Mexico. And White House approves emergency disaster declaration for Texas. Storm Hannah also lashes northern Mexico over the weekend, flooding residential areas. However, no deaths reported from the country. Hurricane Douglas bears down on Hawaii on Sunday, packing torrential rains and damaging winds as it churns just east of the islands in the Central Pacific. Forecasters say, with one local leader urging residents to be prepared for the worst. Taiwan resumes island-hopping ocean cruise, joining a handful of places in the world to restart voyages after corona pandemic. The resumption of cruise is a part of government's effort to boost worst-hit tourism industry. Ship carrying third of its maximum passenger limit also facilitates 22 COVID-19 isolation wards. Taiwan has kept the pandemic well in hand with only 11 active cases and no local transmission for more than 3 months due to early and effective prevention measures. United States closes its consulate in Chengdu in China. American flag has been taken down this morning just before the deadline of evacuation. China orders closing of consulate on Friday in retaliation for U.S. order to close the Chinese consulate in Houston. Tit-for-tat closings mark significant escalation in tensions between the two countries over a range of issues, including trade, technology, security and human rights. Portugal issues situation of alert for whole country as fires sweep across part of the country's central region. More than 850 firefighters struggle to put out as they continue to battle with strong winds and high temperatures. Wildfires already forced the precautionary evacuation of a number of people. However, high temperatures are expected to continue and expected to reach 38 degrees Celsius by this week. And Brazil, already in economic doldrums due to corona pandemic, has called off the traditional New Year's Eve celebrations at Copacabana this year due to COVID-19. Authorities now considering other alternatives like holding smaller events at various locations across the city. More than 24,000 new corona cases were confirmed in Brazil in the past 24 hours, while the death toll increased by over 500 in that period. England's famous and renowned Oval Cricket Ground welcomes 1,000 cricket fans for a friendly two-day game between Surrey and Middlesex. It is the first time since the COVID-19 lockdown that spectators have been allowed into a sporting arena. 1,000 fans are all members of Surrey Cricket Club and part of a British government pilot scheme to test COVID-19 measures at sports venues. Meanwhile, World Snooker Championship which will begin on July 31st in Sheffield, will also be part of the pilot. There have been no spectators at sporting events since March, with a complete shutdown of competitions until mid-June. Liverpool, who had won the English Premier League title after 30 years, defeat Newcastle by 3-0 in the last match of the EPL, thus ending the season, scoring 99 points in the championship. International Cricket Council officially launches inaugural ICC Men's Cricket World Cup Super League, getting underway on 30th July 2020 in Southampton. Super League will begin with a series between world champions England and Ireland. And that's all in this edition of Express News. News and updates continue on DD News and DD India. Namaskar.